When I initially submitted the article called My Baltimore Problem in the Wall Street Journal, I wasn't expecting that they'd actually publish it, but they did. I had to make some changes. It was overwhelming. I had a lot of people say, you're spot on, I agree. I had very few people say that I wasn't on track with my editorial. Let's face it, the issues that a mayor has in the city of Baltimore are not easy. There's systemic issues that have happened over 50 years. The poverty, the lack of opportunity, the lack of role models, the lack of a father in many circumstances. Those are very complicated and very difficult challenges. To accomplish that, you're going to need to do multiple things, and you're going to need federal and state help, probably above and beyond anything that's been able to be given. But this is not about just giving money to a city. This is about changing the whole paradigm of how a city operates. For instance, making all of Baltimore an empowerment zone. The empowerment zone idea is actually a great idea. Lowering property taxes, which would be part of that, for the entire city, making it a subsidized property taxes. Setting up limits to the types of issues and how easy it is for people to find ways to create difficulties for corporations. I feel that we could modify how workers' comp works. I think we could modify how unemployment works. And if somebody was to get fired and then they come up and they dispute, and then they lose, I mean, there should be limited capabilities for them to re-up and reinitiate a unemployment hearing, because all these things take time and resources. I mean, I looked at the numbers on the Baltimore city budget, and the number of people annually who work for the city who are on workers' compensation. It's 1 in 7, 1 in 8. And those are the numbers that I pulled up. Also, it's impossible to get permitting. It's very difficult to get permitting in the city. It's very difficult to try to build something and to renovate and to do something. I mean, there's just a lot of obstacles. That needs to change. The entrepreneur in the city of Baltimore is overwhelmed. And they're going to be overwhelmed and okay with it as long as they're selling to the population of Baltimore. But you need businesses that want to come to Baltimore, and not just to sell to the people of Baltimore, but to utilize the people of Baltimore as a resource. My perception after 17 years of business is that there are more challenges than there are perceived benefits. Now, the benefits do exist. We have a great number of universities that I can pull critical resources from, young, talented, interested resources. But that's in jeopardy with things like the riots. And I worry that it's going to get worse before it gets better. And that is a problem for me, for my business. We do not sell locally. Our biggest clients are around the world. We're providing mobile device management, application life cycle support for all the mobile devices for some of the leading corporations in North America. And I have to worry that I'm in an area that is a high crime, that is in an area that maybe I have less trust than I should. And because of that, I have to keep an environment that's highly track and traceable. Of course, that's what we do. And full of, security and cameras. And, my stuff is not highly fensible. However, people's perceptions could lead to circumstances that could impact my business. I'm committed to the city. I've been committed to the city. I'm not the kind of person who just runs. I fight, and I've been fighting. I have a vision that there are ways to solve this problem, and it's just going to take a lot of time, a lot of resources, and a lot of unpalatable guts from political leaders to step forward and not be as concerned about their own reputation and their own success in front of their peers than it will people to step out of their comfort zone and take on interesting new challenges in terms of how to run the city and run a state.